With a yo-ho-ho, it's Tale of the Toaster. Welcome to part 11 of Inazuma 11. Whoa! Mind-blowing. The task we've got to do right now is to go to the riverbank, but before all that, there's a little something we forgot about. Celia has been putting in all the hard work and has been trying to find us a new forward, and we've just ignored her. These are the 5 that she managed to find. If we don't like them, we can ask her to search again, but it's only fair to pick one of these. There's Shep Shank. I could do with a knot tire at work, to be honest. I'm crap at doing the newspapers. Jack Tradesman. We've already got a Jack of all trades with Steve. A darts pro. I'm crap at darts. I'd never put up a fight against him. There's Car. I prefer collecting robots. So that means I'm going for Mr. Quentin Quartz. QQ, please forgive me. He's a horoscope devotee. And he can be found at the athletics track. So any player that you try to recruit, they will always be in a certain place. All 1,000 of them have had specific places assigned to them. And they even get their own dialogue when you try to recruit them. Like this. Of course, a lot of them will, share dialogue. That makes sense. Let's go, go, go! He's really getting into it now. Let's press on and on and on. A bit of a wide pass there to Kevin. That probably wouldn't have... Well, it did work, but... We're going for the rolling kick with Steve. Recruiting people can happen in a couple of different ways. Like, sometimes you will just say to somebody that you're trying to recruiting, "Hey, join us!" And they'll go, "Okay!" And then you'll have them. Others will take a bit more persuasion, like old Quartz here. But we've managed to beat him in a football battle. That will be enough persuasion for him, and we've got him on the team now. Let's see what he has to say about it. It'll speed me up. Yeah, he's a member of the athletics club from the looks of things, but no more! Now he is one of us. We will add him here. He's level 1. He's going to take a bit of work before he's more up to speed. Hey, there's one of these things here. I'm cool with that. I'll give this a go. Tell you what, you're a member of the club. Get a bit faster, Quartz. Do some running. I wonder if I'll ever use Quartz in a match. Maybe. He is my first ever recruit out of choice. His speed stat went up to 9. Nathan, how about you have a bit of a throwback? You used to be in this club, but then you left it for football, so just get a bit of running practice in. Even though you really don't need extra speed, you're the fastest member on the team already. Unless Axel's just as fast, I'm not quite sure. Because Axel is, the best. You can see up on the top screen, the one on the right. Axel's got a speed stat of 26, Nathan's got 34. Okay, there's no question who's our fastest player. And I'll also do it with Kevin, because forwards need to move fast to get to the goal without getting tackled, and Kevin's a little bit on the trundling side. That will do for now. Now I want to head back to Celia to show off another way you can recruit. I've already showed off the, give us some criteria and she'll find a list of options method. But there's also the option to scout via name. I'm just gonna think of one random encounter that stuck in my mind. I saw a guy called Novak in a random encounter not too long ago, and I thought, great, let's have the best tennis player in the world on the football club. So Celia's going to be looking for Novak Djokovic. She'll probably have to go to... What country does he live in again? Oh dear, I've forgotten. Well, not Japan, that's for certain. And while we take on the chess club, she can be hard at work finding Novak. She won't actually find him for a while to come, of course, so we won't... I don't know if we'll be able to get him in this video, if it even matters. He is just one random player with no significance or bearing on anything, really. But as we beat the chess pawns, now we're going to get on with the actual objective. We're going to head to the park. Once Celia's found Novak, she'll give us a call. Right. Right, lads, we're here back in Parkway. Let's go on swings and roundabouts. Way! I wish you could interact with the play equipment. That would be so nice and Oh, just bring it all back. I mean, I never went to play in the park much when I was younger. In fact, playing in the park, we're playing against the same team again. Yeah, playing in the park was more something I did when I was a bit older and just, getting to know me GF, just hanging out in the park. I didn't really go there much when I was younger. I'd more settle for my front garden if I wanted to go outside and play, which wasn't very often. I'll put that out there right now. It wasn't very often. I'd have fun when I was actually outside. This is not counting the times where I'd go to the park to play basketball. There was that period of my life. But yeah, but most of my days were just spent inside on Brawl. That was about it. And yet they were still very happy days. Now then. What? Is there something you wanted to say? Well, hello for starters. Oh, we're forming.
Hey, Mark, help!
What's the matter? Hi, I haven't seen you before. Who are you?
Who are you supposed to be? I'm from Umbrella Junior High's football club. I'm busy talking to this little brat here, so don't get in my way.
It came out of nowhere. They asked us if we wanted to play football, so we had a match, but they won the match, and they told us we promised to give them the pitch, but we never agreed to anything like that.
Yeah, you did. You knew the terms of our wager and you lost.
What's a wagger? I don't even know what that means. Mr. Sweet on the ground is around, these boys act nice as pie.
What is your favourite kind of pie then, Millie? I used to really like steak and ale, but now I'm more into mince type pies.
You're supposed to be in a football club, aren't you? Why don't you practice at school?
Oh. Anyway, it's her fault for failing it, or losing the wager. Apologies for the sudden cut. I don't like to continue my commentary while the window cleaner is cleaning the window, if you know what I mean.
We get the pitch, and you all have to buy some new boots.
Right, so now, this time we're actually aware of the wager, and Mark is just gonna go straight for it. People who don't respect the game of football won't have any luck on the pitch. Why? Stop waffling. Are we gonna play or what? Boring! Why don't you just get lost? I only said no because I need to heal Kevin a bit. I used the Dragon Crash in that random encounter. So let's show off actually using a cookie bar instead of just kind of hoarding them. Which I tend to do in this game because healing spots aren't that hard to find. I'd rather just use them and heal everyone. You can actually use cookie bars up to 3 times in the middle of a match. I just find it kind of cheap to heal mid-match. I never rely on it. Kind of takes the fun away. It removes the point of having TP, you know what I mean? Meanwhile, where's this coach come from?
Looking forward to having a game with you.
Wow, it's just like Millie said. They really are nice as pie with grown-ups around.
These guys will be perfect for me to check out what Raimon do.
Huh? Did you say something?
Nothing at all. Don't worry about that. Let's get it on. People who bully the weak are the lowest of the low.
Right, well that was slightly suspicious the way you were speaking just there. Oh well, he's just wanting to get a feel for his new team, I guess. Why is Miles the forward? Where even is Kevin? Okay, he's there. We've got Paul Peabody. He's a defender, but he actually quite likes playing in goal sometimes. That's what they focused on in the manga. I think they made him a defender, but sometimes he'd play in goal. But I've never read the manga, so I wouldn't know. I'm going to take Todd off for a bit, replace him with Bobby, our new defender. Do you have any move? You've got a blocking move. I might as well give you a chance. Is there any reason to have you up there? I might as well give you this one game, because this isn't the most important match per se. It's just a little match against Umbrella Junior High, but if we lose, the consider this pitch gone. We can never use it again, and these will be the kings of the footballing world. And he'll be telling jokes for all time to come. Right, so I'll just have a little flick through all of these. You can pause these to read them if you like. He helps in his parents' restaurant. I do like this guy. He's got a nice design to him, and I always respect tennis players. So that's pretty good, and these won't see the light of day, most likely. He eats, sleeps, and breathes football. Yet he can't even get onto the main team of Umbrella Junior High. Anyway, so a bit of passing action we'll get. That's the typical strategy I go with at the very start of the match. I messed it up at the end. I passed too far forwards. Overestimated Axel's speed, I guess. But I do like to start off with just a flurry of passes. Get it as far upfield as I can, and then probably try and tackle it off a defender if it falls into their hands. But the plan has not gone entirely as I would like it to right now. But this is our third actual match anyway. But well, no, don't do that. I suppose, yeah, I should explain. When you're tackling somebody, when you've got the option between block and sliding tackle, you can tap places on the screen. So, like, in fact, I might as well show it off. I've tapped the ball kind of up there, so once I tackle the ball, Sam will automatically kick it up there to Kevin. Right then, Axel, just run for it. Use Heat Tackle, your new move. I'm gonna set myself on fire. No! Ah! Yeah, we call these guys impolite. Just charge into them, completely on fire, scald them, and then burn the goalkeeper while you're at it. That's our Axel, the coolest guy we have. Really? Well, that should have worked, really. I mean, we're using the fire tornado, and he's pretty much using a move designed to stop it, if the name would imply anything. The tornado catch. And it can't even catch a tornado. What kind of move is it then? Oh! He's lost the ball! That never happens when your players are higher leveled, but sometimes, rarely happens with low level players. They can just lose the ball altogether. Can I maintain possession? Nah, that was a bit too challenging. So I think there's nothing else really to say about Umbrella Junior High themselves. They are just a bit rude. They want to take this pitch for themselves, but it belongs to the Inazuma kids, and deep down, we kind of want it, really, because the school pitch just has to be a bit too hard to acquire. Well, you just used Max's special move. I've only got the one goal so far. This isn't dominating so far. Miles is just getting some running practice in. Well, that's what he likes to do. And we've got 3 members of the athletics club on the pitch right now. Todd and Steve, I'm sure they'll get their action another time. But Umbrella have fired up. Doesn't matter, we're going for the Dragon Tornado! See if you can stop this. Fired up tornado catch. Oh, come on, you didn't even try. I wanted to see the fire tornado be stopped by a fired up tornado catch. I know it was the dragon tornado, but, you know, it ended with a fire tornado. Right, Axel and Kevin both have goals now. I can't see Umbrella gaining the lead now, even though they are fired up. They want to win. The desire is in their palms. They are accelerating ever more. They got past Axel Blaze, the legendary striker. He's gonna get past Miles. Miles is on the athletics club, but Edmonds is gonna outrun even him. These things are getting exciting now. Bobby's is gonna use the no. Edmonds is gonna keep going. Deal or no deal. I choose no deal. The difference between the UK and US deal or no deal is so striking. Oh dear, he's going for the spinning shot. I think the God Hand should be enough. He's out of TP now, so he can never do a special move again in this match. But like, I can't imagine how Americans can enjoy their version of Deal or No Deal. It's supposed to be the easiest show in the world. You just pick boxes and hope to get lucky. They shouldn't try to make it, you know, tense and exciting like America does. A few years ago there was one team that kept causing trouble and was disbanded. I think it was Umbrella.
Ah, but why? We've done everything we can to get the club up and running again. But we'll never get reinstated unless we have a proper place to practice. But I've had it. No more Mr. Nice Guy. We'll crush you and then I'll just sponsor the team myself, with or without the school's help.
Hey, these lads are really desperate to play football. Let's show them what we're worth in the second half. Remember, this is the only practice ground we've got. Okay, so we're made to feel a bit more sorry for Umbrella now. Yeah, like the UK Deal or No Deal's just so much more casual, and that's how it should be. It's just middle-aged people having a laugh, hoping that the contestants will do well, which they probably will. And just talk to Noel Edmonds. That's all it's meant to be. But I don't think we've got to defeat Noel Edmonds' team first. Is Mr. Blobby on the team? No, he's not. Well, this is a game about football. I might as well make British references. So we've reached half-time. We've got the lead. All we really need to do is just, you know, keep on playing the game until it's all over. It's no use. What? No, that's a completely different reference entirely. There's Bobby's special move. Oh no. Oh, phew. I thought that was inside the penalty box. I mean, it would have been cool to show off a penalty in this game, and that was clearly out. But that really could have been a foul. Killer Slide is another one of those moves like Breakthrough, where due to the sheer violence of the move, it has a higher chance of being a foul than a regular move. Axel's Heat Tackle's actually been defeated here, and that's probably down to the type matchups, which is the next big mechanic I've got to go over. People don't really take much notice of type matchups in Inazuma, because it's like, well, we've got enough to think about, can't I just play football? But they make a bigger bearing than you think. There's 4 types of moves in Inazuma. See how next to the 33 there's a little bit of fire on Fire Tornado? That means it's a fire type move. And fire type moves are good against they're good against wood moves. It's basically Inazuma's equivalent to the grass type. This one's an air move, which is normally the one that's strong against fire, but the Fire Tornado is just so good, it will plow straight through it. So yeah, there's wood, fire, air, and ground. Air beats fire, fire beats... that joke. Fire beats wood, wood beats air, and air beats ground. It's not just shooting moves that have a type, there's the dueling, like the tackling and the holding the ball moves and all that. And it's generally a case of which uses up more TP and which has the type advantage to decide which works. So that's just about it. I think we're gonna... well, we can't go for a Fire Tornado anymore. It would be a bit overkill to do that anyway. Ingram himself also has a type, despite his move being an air type. That doesn't tend to matter as much. I don't know if this game has something like a same type attack bonus system. Maybe it does. But I think just basically when using regular shots and regular catches, it will come down to the player's type instead of the move's type. Maybe it has a bigger bearing than that, I'm not quite sure. I can generally score regardless of the type advantage. As can you, it's not that important on the player. Oh, and there's also one thing. You know how sometimes, I haven't really shown it off yet, but sometimes when you have more than one player going for a tackle at once, Yeah, I should probably explain that when it's actually in front of your face. I can't really describe it when I can only think of one time it's actually happened in the LP. I'll save that for now. We've made it to 5-0. Axel has just been on a roll. That's the way it goes when Axel Blaze is on the pitch. We're down to the last few minutes. So at least I've got another mechanic explained and out of the way. I don't think there's too many left to go over by this point. Let's just keep passing the ball upfield until the match comes to its end. It will be a big 5-0 victory for Raimon. We're only a new team, but Umbrella doesn't seem that experienced either, to be completely fair. Full time. There we go. Victory. Yes, a win for Raimon.
Ah, cripes!
I say cripes as well. I don't like your dirty tricks, but I do like a game of football. Why don't we play here again sometime?
Really? You want to practice with us after all that?
Yeah, don't worry about it. And indeed, I think we can actually take them on in Sylvia's extra competition room. And maybe you can watch your language from now on too. Oh, flip! If you want to reinstate the club, you're going to have to clean up your act. Thanks, Logan. That's the nice, mature way to round things off. Okay, Quartz and Steve have new moves. Steve has Zigzag Spark, which is good for dribbling. Quartz has Dash Accelerator, which, as you saw in that match, is quite effective. So what's the aftermath?
Oh, thank you, Mark. We can practice in peace again.
Phew, I'm glad that's sorted. Hey Axel, where you going? I'm not going anywhere, I'm still stood still. Sorry, but there's something I've got to do. I'll be going now. Where? Can I come with you? You may be a fan, but I don't know you. Stop following me around. Don't even address him as a teammate. Hey, no need for the attitude. Blaze, where do you think he's always off to? He keeps sneaking off out through the back gate. The back gate? There's only really a hospital out that way. Do you think he could be ill? A hospital? I see. That's what it's all about. I mean, you might expect a star player like him to just do as he pleases. Well, I'll be off too. Getting used to this new school is making me darn tired. Bye, guys. I'm not going to the hospital. Mark, don't you think Bobby's behaviour is a little suspicious? It's like he's trying to find out something. Really? I haven't noticed anything strange. But his football skills, they're the real thing. Did you see how he handled the ball? You wouldn't be able to do that if you weren't really into football. You might be right. Well, there's no point talking about it now. Let's head back to the club room. And we'll do that in the next one. So in this one we took on Umbrella and... Hey, have you got a moment? Huh? I've heard that someone has been teaching kids football here. Do you know anything about that? Oh, you mean Mr. Sweet? Yeah, he taught us how to do the Dragon Crash. What? The Dragon Crash? Evans, come on, we're waiting. Evans? Did he say Evans? Your name is Evans. I know, common, innit? I see. Well, this makes it much more interesting. Off I go. Who was that? Oh well, in the next one, this combination of 4 people in one. We'll go back to the club room. We'll start preparing for our FFI match, I suppose. See you then.